Okay, so what your mission of the end of the lesson is you're going to be able to complete the colour wheel. So as you see, I've got an example here of the colour wheel. What you're also going to need is I've got some paintbrushes, I've got some water in my pot. I've not got much water in there, so as you can see, there's not much water. So if I spill it, I'm not going to be getting it everywhere. There's only a tiny bit in there. And then I've got my paint palette here. So what I'm going to start off with doing is I'm going to start off with my primary colours. So my primary colours are the colours that cannot be made by any other colour. So these are yellow, blue and red. So I'm going to start off by putting those in. You might find that your palette is dirty because someone else has used it and not cleaned it. So what you want to do is just get a bit of blue roll or something like that and just wet it, and then you get the blue roll and just wipe that off. So if I'm going into my paint, see that's quite thin, that yellow I've just put on there. If I'm going in with my water and I'm repeatedly going in like that, you're going to be picking up the pigment of the paint. So the more that I do that, the thicker and the more vibrant my colour is going to be that I use. Try my best to stay in the lines. I'm going to paint that yellow. Then I'm going to go in red. Again, going back and forth. This one here is also a red. It looks kind of, oh no, that's brown. This one here is also a red. It's kind of dirty though, so as I said, I can clean that off. So there's two different types of reds that you can use. The cadmium one, which is slightly orangey red, and then I've got my crimson one here, which is a pinky red. So I kind of like to use a bit of a mixture of the two. Doing my best again to stay in the lines. And you will want a tiny bit of blue roll just to clean off your brush. And then I'm going to go into the blue. See, as I said, this is dirty, so what I can do is I can just get that blue roll, just clean that off like that. Right, so completed my primary colours. Now I would like to do my secondary colours, and that is on the second wheel of the colour wheel. So you've got primary being your first, secondary being your secondary colours. So these are a combination of your two colours that you've got in your primary. So here you can see blue and you can see yellow. So if you're combining them together, have a little think what you might be creating. You're creating a green. So what I'm going to do is, using my lid here, oh, it's a bit dirty again. I'm just going to clean that off using a little bit of water like that. And then using that blue roll, wiping down the lid. And you can see I've got a nice clean palette to work from. And what I want to do is get that yellow again, put it into my palette. And then getting that blue and creating, it has to be even colours. And it's really important I'm not using that horrible, horrible green that's in there, okay? Because I can tell when people use that, so it's really important that we're using our colours and we're mixing them, because that's what the secondary colours are. It's equal parts. So now I've got my green, and I'm going to put that in there. Then I'm going to have a little think about my tertiary colours. So my tertiary colours are just a little bit more darker colour, and darker blue, and then some more yellow added into it. So you can see they go darker to lighter within my tertiary colour. So if you think about that being the green area, you can see they go darker to lighter as you go through. Okay, so how I'm going to do that is I'm going to add some blue, lots more blue into this. Okay, so then I get a very bluey green, and you've got to make sure that it is on the blue side. So I'd add the darker colour on there. So going across adding the darker green in there. So it's my tertiary colours. Try my best to stay in the line, but not doing too well on that one. I've got quite a big paintbrush, so if you want to stay in the lines, get a smaller paintbrush. Then I'm going to get some more yellow, and that then is making it lighter. You can see instantly the colour changes. Then I'm getting more yellow again. Instantly again, colour changes to a lighter, and you can see it in there as well when I'm putting it on there. And then I'm getting more of that lovely yellow. Really working back and forth into my paint palette to try and pick up lots of yellow pigment. And there we go. Then I'm going to be doing my second secondary colour. That was very confusing to say. My second secondary colour, which is going to be orange here. Okay, so I'm going to speed the video up, so then you'll be able to see it, and you'll be able to see all of it. But then I'll also be doing my tertiary colours. So this one here, would it be darker or lighter? I want you to be answering that, please. Darker or lighter? Hopefully you all said darker. Okay, so darker be here, so it'll be darker orange, lighter orange up here. So as I said, I'll carry that on and I'll speed up the video for you. Okay, so the next one I'm going to do is the blue and the reds. So they're going to make the last secondary colour, which is purple. Okay, so if I'm going to do purple here, would this be darker or lighter? Because I'm going to be adding more red and more blue into this. Would it be, because it's going from the blue, the purple, and more blue into the purple, would it be darker or lighter? Pausing the video to ask. Okay, so you should have said darker. Okay, so this is going to be a darker purple, going all the way to lighter, because red is actually a lighter colour. Okay, so red is a lighter colour. So I'm going to do my purple, making my purple from the colours that I have in here. What works best is if you use, as we talked about earlier, we talked about the more orangey red and the pinker red, if you use the pinker red in to do this one. Okay, so making your purple using your pinky red. Right, I'm going to speed that up and so you can see me painting that all together. Okay, so stopping there, that is what your task of the lesson is. So you're going to be creating your colour wheel, and you're going to be doing your primary colours in the first lot, your secondary in the second wheel, and your tertiary on the outside. Okay, so remember the blue going through to the purple makes it a darker, so that's, you want to be adding more blue into your purple, and as you're going round, you want to be adding more red. Same goes to the orange, more red to more yellow, more, and then with the green one, you have more blue on this side, because if you look at the primary colour there, more blue to more yellow. Okay, so that is what you need to do. Make sure that you put your name on the top. So I put my name on the top there, and then I'd put it on the drying rack, ready to stick into your book for next lesson. Enjoy!